Hello everybody, this is Sonya and welcome to my channel. I'm fiddling around here of course with that. Why don't I just leave it alone? Hang on, get it straight. Okay, righto. Now, I've been just doing a bit of bits and pieces this morning. So I want to show you how to make a sock. This is not going to be an ordinary Christmas sock. This is a Christmas sock that you use to put your cutlery in on the table. Now, I've got a spoon here that I can put down and show you. Put your spoon and your knife and your fork. I have a knife but it's got mucky stuff on it, but I will just give you the idea. They will all fit in there because you don't want to make them, and I'll put that all over there, it's got plaster on. I don't want to make them too big, but I think they're a good size. They just hold your knife and a fork and a spoon. And that's really quite good fun to make for your Christmas table. Or if you put a hanging thing on there, you could use it for a little stocking on the tree. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these. Now, I may have done previously. I don't think I did though, so we're not going to panic, because even if I did, I mean, it'd be really hard just to go back and find it. But don't remember. I think I did a couple of things last year, but I think it was an angel and something else. I don't remember that now, so you'll have to forgive me there. Now, we need to go and get a print out of a sock. Now, you can either do that on the internet, just look in the images and find yourself a Christmas stocking. So that's what I did, and I stuck it onto a piece of card. Then I traced around this part, like so there. You can see this here. I've traced around that, if I get it in the right place, I've traced around that by, you can see through that, so that's good. Even if you can't print it off, you can just go and draw your own, or find one in a picture somewhere, you know. But anyway, so you'll need that piece. You'll need a piece for the toe, you'll need a piece for the top, and you'll need a piece for the heel. Now we're going to do it in red felt, and I have the piece left over here from the other side, so I just buy these pieces of felt, like, well, in I think it's about 12 inches by something, I don't know how wide they are now. I think they might be 12 by 8 or something, or 12 by 10. I'll just have a look at that anyway. I must have checked that to see. Yeah. Maybe they're not 12. They could be 12 by 10 pieces, and you'll get 2 socks out of one. But then you also have a fair bit there left over. I mean, there's all that part come out of there when I cut that out, so I'm going to use that for something else, and I'll show you that in a minute. So what you need to do is just fold your felt over like so, because you'll need white felt as well. Now you're going to fold that over. Felt picks up every bit of fluff, the glue sticks to it, you name it, it's going on with felt. But anyway, you can make it out of fabric if you'd like. So we'll work with this first at the time being. Now, of course, this piece of card's behind here. I'm going to need a good solid pin to pin that on there, and this one too. Right. Now, what we need to do is to cut this out. I can't fast forward for you, but I'm going to do it carefully because I don't want to muck it up. Now, as you're cutting out, your pattern is getting bigger than what it was initially in, you know, because if you go too close, you might cut away down too far. Better be a bit bigger. You can, if you need to, you can take a bit off once you finish going around, okay? So just cut it out like so, with a good pair of scissors that will cut for you, because you don't want to be panicking or stressing out with the scissors being blunt. Nothing worse. So I'm just going to cut that up there like that. Now, when I made these before, I sewed them, but I'm not going to sew them today. I'm going to glue them. So there is your sock. Now, you're going to see that this part here that I have traced around is now too small for the top of that one. That's because this is the way that I'm doing it, so I want to show you, you know, so you won't cut this out and then end up with something that doesn't fit. You could follow what I'm doing, and you might get it right. I hope you get it right, because I did. Now I'm going to make a bigger piece. I know we need to add a bit on. It's not seam allowance, but it is allowance because we don't want it to be smaller, because if I went ahead and I cut out this to that shape, it'd be too small. Okay, so what you do is just put that on your piece, on your doubled over piece of felt, and cut around it, and leaving a nice little piece on the edge, so you've got a bit left over there. Okay, that was really not straight, Sonia, that was really bad, but anyway, we're going to fix it up, so nobody panic. So we'll get it fixed that up. All right, once I get it onto this part here, maybe you'll cut it out a bit. Once you get on camera though, things start to stress out, and you just think to yourself, oh dear, I hope this is working. And it's but it will, because even though it looks like that, it is going to cover the red, I hope. I've got a feeling that I've done the wrong thing there. See, I've still not made it big enough. But you know what, instead of going and cutting out more, I'm going to take a tiny bit off the red bit. What do you reckon? Take a tiny bit off the red, because he is cut a bit bigger than tiny bit off the red, and then I've got that. So I want to just go around this corner it. You know what I should have did? I should have cut it in one long strip, shouldn't I? Put it round. Okay, let's do that. So it's to learn as you go. Yeah, I think I might do that, eh? Needs to be that wide. So I'm going to cut a strip. Let's try a straight one, Sonia. Straight strip of felt. I'll chop this little piece of felt to pieces here, haven't I? I guess I can use it for the bits. Now, if I go on there, and turn that up there, I need a little bit more. And I'll take it a bit longer so it'll fit this time, won't it? It's all trial and error when you try to do things yourself with no instructions whatsoever. Or it's okay, but we got to learn to do things, don't we? We just have to learn to do things, and you can come up with ideas as you go along too, can't you? So that's going to go around there like that, and then I can trim it off to where I want it to be. I'm going to stick that onto him. Now every sock doesn't have to be exactly the same, because they're your socks and your stockings or whatever they are. You don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put first of all, I've got to do this bit, and I've got to glue this together. So I'm not going to use a hot glue gun, and I want my stockings to face that way, because you can do it. I've decorated both sides, except I haven't put the heart on both sides, so you can please yourself. But I'm going to start here. I've got my glue. I'm going to take a bit of this off the end of it, a piece of paper to get the sticky off. You can use a hot glue gun, but I want to be able to manoeuvre mine. I don't want to be able to. So I'm just going to lift this up. I'm going to keep it flat as I can, because I want it to go back exactly in the same place. Woo there. Come on, can't get it. Right, so if I let it go, hopefully it'll go back in the same. I did pull on that a tiny bit. Be careful. Felt has a tendency to stretch a bit. You've got to be careful when you're doing that. Now, hopefully you won't do what I get glue all over my hands, and I stick it onto the felt, and it's really hard to get off. What you need to do though is not pull on it, because it'll make your thing skew with. Just get a little pair of scissors or something, just chop the tiny bit of glue off carefully if you get any in the road where you don't want it to be. Now I've got me a good idea if I got that nice little glue thing out that I have that only got a tiny little end on it. I have to work on that though, getting that into the jar. You know what happened to me? This, I'll show you what happened to me. This is one thing that's been happening to me. I put the glue upside down in my jar. I do now have a jar of glue. There's the lid. Oh dear, there it is in there. Never mind, it's all good. I'll get it out someday and do something with it, I suppose. It's not drying or anything. So we're going to continue on round here. Now I'm going to tell you a story, okay, while I'm gluing this, about what happened to me yesterday, because I still haven't got over it yet, and I never will, I suppose. I went to the doctor because I I must put this in the description too, because I need people to watch this. It's really something you need to look at. I went to the doctor because I'd been having a bit of worry, you know, and I wasn't going to go because I felt didn't need to. But I think I mostly got, you know, diagnosing myself because he couldn't, probably sinus or something like that, you know, because I've got a lot of stuff in it anyway. Been going on for quite a while and not getting better, so I thought I should go and have a look about it and see what they thought, because I've got a cough as well. But anyway, so off I goes to the doctor. I'm going to have to tell you this in between showing you this. I was going to do a separate video, a person ought to, because it is really, really funny. Well, I think funny, maybe not funny as much as really, really bad. Anyway, nothing bad wrong with me, just the doctor. So anyway, I've seen him a few times before, but not much, because the lady doctor that I had, so we're going to put some glue across the top of this. So the lady doctor that I had, she's gone to Queensland to live, so that wasn't very good of her, but anyway. So this person, you know, asked me what was wrong, and I told him. And he got up and he, you know how they said, you know, you breathe in and out while you got that thing they're listening to you on your back. So I'm doing that. He's not even leaving it in the same place while I'm breathing in it. He's doing this, you know, popping it all over my back. I thought, how would you know if I was breathing right, you fool? I'm thinking this, I'm not saying it. Anyway. So then he said to me, it's hot in here, isn't it? And I said, well, yes, it is. I said, the girl at the desk, I said, told us she was too cold, so she turned the air conditioner off. Meanwhile, all the patients are sweating. So he flies in there and off he goes, and he makes to turn it back on again. And I said, tell her to buy a cardigan. And he laughed at me, see. But anyway, so then he said, well, he's going to take me blood pressure. Now, I've got a little fat round arm, big fat round arm, whatever the case may be, but lots of flappy bits, you know, there. And he gets this cuff that's a bit bigger than what would go around, you know, other people's, so because I needed to have my pressure taken. And so you can just glue that on there. Look, see, if you're watching what I'm doing and listening to me, you'll be right. So anyway, you can come back and watch later after you listened. And so anyhow, so he gets the thing and he's pumping it up, and I said, well, my hand's turning blue. I said, you know how that works, don't you? Anyhow, so he puts the thing up there. He said, you can't hear nothing, he said to me. I'm thinking, oh my God. And anyway, he goes to and tried to find me pulse. He's pushing all around there, you know, and he's holding his hand on there, and he says, you know, I can't find your pulse. I said, maybe I don't have one, you know, this is a good doctor, this one. And then he said to me, well, I'll pump this up, he said, and you tell me when you feel it beating, he said, so I'll know what so he's looking at this thing. For me to tell him when I could feel it beating in my arm, sorry. More or less taking my own blood pressure. Got no idea what it was, because I don't really, he said it was really good, but how would he know? Anyway, so then he said to me, now we're going to have to put you on a care plan. And I said, what's that for? And he said, you can go to the podiatrist, you know, because I'm diabetic and I can have my toenails done and my feet checked to make sure everything's all right. So anyway, this is making a Christmas stocking with a difference, isn't it? So anyway, I said, well, I thought, well, okay then. So we're going to cut out some bits for the toes. I said, all right then. And he said, then go to the physio. I said, what do I need to go to the physio for? He said, your bad back. I said, I don't have a bad back. I said, don't you have anything about me written down there? Oh, he said, yeah. And he went and he had a look. I said, I have osteoarthritis in both my knees and I can't really walk about. I said, and that's been an ongoing thing for many years, you know. And he still wrote me out the thing, put on their knees, right? That I have to have my knees done, or looked at, or physioed, or whatever. Anyhow, I don't know what I got. I'm going to get some blood tests done. But that man, I don't know how he got to be a doctor. I've got no idea. That was just the most worst experienced person ever been through, as far as the fact that I didn't have to pay him. We have health we have a health thing here in Australia called Medicare, which people probably know about. And if you don't have a lot of money, you can get Medicare, and therefore the government will pay him to sit there. Oh, I missed a bit. He leans over and he gets his backpack and he's there fishing in this pill pack, and he said to me, I've got to have me pill. He said, for heartburn. I said, what have you been eating? And he said, chili. And I said, well, you shouldn't be. He said, well, I have to, he said to me. I thought, oh, okay. So he took his heartburn tablet. He was in his 30s maybe, I think. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to have that blood test done by him. I think I'll save that and go to another doctor and get them to do it. Because I don't think I trust that man. Now, we need 2 of each one of these. So that was my experience at the doctor's yesterday. So, Sue, if you're watching this, I'm just telling you what happened. Sue told me to go. She said, she thought I could, because I keep getting this thing matter with me, so she told me to go. And I did, and that's what happened. And you think, well, that was really helpful, wasn't it? So you need to pin these on here and cut around them, which I've been doing while I've been yarning on here. So I hope this is not going to upset me video and you're watching it. But it was just the most... I couldn't believe it when I left there. Fair dinkum. He did give me some antibiotics to take from me, what's the name? But I don't think I'll bother doing that, because I want to make sure that that's what I got before I take anything, hey? Because he didn't know what was the matter with me. He got no idea. So you want to fasten that onto there, and that onto there, okay? Now, I think that maybe people can glue them on, because that's what you're going to end up with if you do that. Now, I really wanted to cover over the edges, because I don't like edges and things where there's glue. So I got the flat back pearls and I put those around it. Now, because I've actually done the one that I just put... Now, when you're doing this, you need to go very careful, okay? I just want you to put a tiny bit of glue here, because if you use a hot glue gun, that's fine, that's up to you. But when you're putting these on, you've got to make sure they all stick. Make sure there's glue all the way along that, because you don't want them hanging off on the table at Christmas time, do you? You want to make sure that they're sticking down, and go into your little groove a bit and come down along there further. This is hooked up around the camera, and come down along here like this, and go steady all the way around, because going careful and doing it steady is going to be worth it in the long run. But make sure you dip it in there, okay? Then when I get to the end of it, I always cut off probably with 1 extra bead, just in case I need to go back and, you know, push it into any of these crevices going down along here. So I've waited a while for that to dry, because I want to make sure this goes along here good, okay? Now, I don't know how long this video has gone for, and if anybody's still watching, but I might just come back on here and just show you another one that I've done today, another thing I've been doing, because I probably filled up a lot of time with telling you my story. I don't know if my hubby wants me or not. I think he was going up. He's got to go to the other doctor today. Ah, dear. He's only going, well, he's going to get something, a bit of sun thing burnt off or something, I don't know, but I wouldn't trust him. I don't trust him at all. He's an idiot. It's not a very nice thing for me to say, but I think he is. Personally, if I had to pay for that, I wouldn't have. If I had to pay for it, I'd have walked out of there and said, well, you can go to Billy-O, because you didn't do anything for me, not one bit whatsoever. So anyway, there is stockings, okay, for your table. So I hope everybody likes these and makes one or two, because now I'm going to have to make a few more, because there'll be 6 of us at the Christmas table this year, as far as I know. It should be 6. I don't know if there's any more. That was what I was saying. Now this is a button. I think it might have had a shank on it. Some wonderful person sent me these, and I just put that on there like that. I've got some, these are velvet. These are really nice velvet ones, and there was these white ones. You can put on whatever you like, though. I think you can please yourself what sort of thing you put on them. I had some stickers here, and they'd be really nice for, you know, because they're a puffy sticker. They'd be all nice, you know, you put them on for the kids ones, but they like the heart ones too. Or you can get a picture of Santa Claus, or or something like that, and just sit there and the kids would think this was good. I think it's really nice. I love the idea. When I first seen it, I've made a fair few over the years because I let the kids take them home last time. I did. I let them have one each. Okay, so there you go. So thank you everybody for watching and for listening to my story, if you did. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.